I got this new, I think it's called the go-to socket, and it's supposed to help remove any stripped bolt, nut, anything that has some sort of like, it's just totally stripped out. And we are gonna try and put it on this guy right here to remove it. The way a go-to socket works is you can see inside here, there's a nice little tab that kind of goes down, clamps down onto the bolt or whatever's left in there. Hopefully it works. I didn't put any air in the lines.
Oh my God.
Holy cow, it totally worked.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. The go-to socket totally works.
Show them how stripped it was before.
All right, guys, to give you an idea of how this totally worked. Look at how stripped that was.
Oh my gosh.
You had someone who used like a flathead to chisel this out. Look, there's even a piece in here that's missing, and here too. And the go-to socket, you can see the branding, 100% totally works. This is amazing. Firm believer. The other day we left off on basically pulling the cams out of the head, the cam guides out of the head, but we couldn't get the head off because we didn't have the right 12-point head stud removal socket. And now we do, and I'm gonna leave this up to Emily. She's gonna take it off. And here is what the pistons look like. They don't look too good. I mean, there's a lot of gunk. That means this engine just had some issues. I mean, the cool thing is you can see the difference between big port and small port pistons. These are nice and flat here. But also, I mean, geez, it's so filthy. And there's even rust in some of the cylinders. And this has some weird spacing. I hate to tell you this, baby, but this block is fucked.
Oh, no.
But I think we actually might be able to bore these out at a machine shop and buy oversized pistons. But also we can find blocks online pretty cheap. Like you can get a block for like $500, and I think our friend Sadu has a block. But the beauty of this block is it's 7 rib, so maybe it's worth taking it to a machine shop and them telling us how bad everything is. Maybe we can even clean it ourselves. I don't know. All right, the build continues. Here's a closer look at the head. You can see it's pretty bad. I mean, this isn't temporary. This has been there for a while. Lots of gunk. I mean, that's the beauty of a head, right? You can take it to a machine shop and they'll clean it up. But you got some gunk in here. Hi, Kodak. Yeah, the head sucks. You got some gunk in here. You can see the head gasket just really wasn't doing its job up in here. Some gunk here. Good thing there's no RTV on this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Looks pretty bad. And look at one of the shims and buckets came off. At this point, it looks like it's going to have to be a full head rebuild, so I'm not worried about which shim or bucket goes to which.
I was concerned about that.
I think what we can do, though, is we can take it off and we can measure the shim on the top here, and then we'll index them all, and then we'll buy a bunch of extra shims. That way when we put the cams on, they're spaced perfectly. But, I mean, look at that. Ugh. It's really bad.
Wild in the streets! Wild in the streets! In the heat of the summer, better call out a plumber. Turn on the steam cock, cool me off with your big crowd fighters and your newspaper writers. Still need a drugstore to kill my buzz. Wild in the streets, running, running. Wild in the streets, running, running. Wild in the streets, running, running.
All right, baby, we got a lot done. The garage is a total mess. I got my awesome Nitto socks on. Hey, we pulled the oil pan. We pulled the pistons out. We're only seeing the crankshaft that's exposed now. In order to get the rest of the engine, I think we have to pull it off the engine stand and pull the, it looks like the rear main seal, that cap. I don't know what that's called. Sorry, I don't know. And then that way we can pull the crank out and then probably remove the oil filter, which we should have pulled a long time ago. And then we can take this to a machine shop this weekend, actually. They could check out the block, tell us how bad everything is. I actually think the block's in really damn good shape.
Yeah.
Their rods looked pretty good. And we'll clean up the head. And we're only like a week away of everything getting cleaned up and back to us.
Oh my god.
It's really exciting.
Shh.